Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I thought I would extend the R1, R8 test and do more of a test about the type of antenna that I'm using on my drone here. So I ran into the problem with R8 at 200 milliwatts, and so I posted in the Discord looking to see if I could get some sort of answer, and I basically got an answer, which is the power amplification sometimes goes, I don't know, goes bad. I don't know what the right term is there, but anyways, on these 200 milliwatt transmitters, and sometimes it goes bad, and you will see that type of behavior on R8. At least that's my best guess. Now, when I posted that, I of course had some other individuals who wanted to argue that it likely wasn't the power amplification. Obviously, it was my build. It was the antennas I'm using. It was any number of things that it could possibly be, which obviously it's not. But so I posted photos, and of it, and they're like, "Oh, won't you get a real antenna instead of that dipole antenna? Get a real antenna, and then you'll see a difference." Well, that's not the problem. It's not range. And it's as soon as you go to 200 at 8 on 25 milliwatts, it was crystal clear fine. So it had nothing to do with antennas, had nothing to do with the build quality, none of that, but they were insistent. So for fun, I decided to try out the Omni. So I've got an Omni here. This is a HDZero Lollipop 4 Plus Omni antenna. And this is the dipole antenna I was running. This particular one was listed for walk snail. Not that it matters. These are all the same. But anyways, that's what it was listed for. Anyway, so this is what I was running on there. So I swapped it over to this, and I've got that on here now. And I'll show a side-by-side picture of the two. One with the dipole, one with the Omni there, the HDZero Omni. Anyways, I decided to do the same test, R1, R8, not testing R1, R8 per se, but just seeing how well this Omni does in the same particular test. So I did the test, and the thing that I found most interesting here with this is when in general, the Omni seemed to do about the same, maybe slightly better in some cases, but not significantly so. But what I did notice is it did significantly worse when it was behind me, above me just slightly, on the back side of the house, on the back side of my roof there. I mean, it became unflyable. And I didn't have that. I had bad reception with this there, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't to the point that it was like unflyable. Now, R8 was slightly better on this in that particular scenario to where I kind of was able to fly through it. R1 was so bad I had to kind of punch out, and I didn't think I was getting video back. And I thought I was going to have to disarm, but thankfully it did come back. But I mean, it was bad. I mean, really, 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 really bad. So the interesting thing with this, I'm wondering, so I don't run patches. I run 4 Omnis on my goggles, and I do that. One, I don't need range. I don't need drastic penetration the way that I generally fly, and 2, more importantly, is I'm a bad head bobber, and I can't keep my head in a particular position. So patches don't tend to work well for me for that reason, because they're very directional, and I have a tendency to have my head turned the wrong way. And when you're the wrong way with patches, you get very bad results. If you're close by, not as much of a notice as when you're out just a little bit, but when you're not aimed the right way, I mean, you can get some really crappy reception. And I've had much better results for me personally using 4 Omnis on my goggles versus 2 Omnis and 2 patches. And I think it's mostly because my head direction pointing, all that kind of stuff. I'm just really bad about that, and I don't get good results. If you're very good at keeping your head steady, then maybe 2 patches and 2 Omnis has worked well for you. I don't know. 4 Omnis seems to work better for me, just in general. I don't know all the magic about exactly how HDZero handles the signal. It's not like a typical diversity. There's some other type of magic going on. Same thing with DJI and Walks and L2. They're all doing some kind of magic with blending signals and all that kind of stuff. So it's not like a typical diversity where, which signal is better. There's a lot of blending going on. Anyways, so I think that makes a difference. The 4 Omnis versus 2 Omnis, 2 patches. Because the dead area on this and the dead area on this, particularly when you're pointing like this same way, is different. I don't know exactly what the pattern is. I'm no RF expert, but I think this worked better for me, probably because of a variety of reasons than this. I don't know. You guys decide. You can watch the video footage here and you can let me know what you think. I'll compare the dipole and this. I ran the test like multiple times on fresh batteries. I did it yesterday and I did it today, and I will show you the comparisons there with the Omni versus the dipole and on R1, R8, and I ran the same test, and you guys can decide for yourself which one you think is better or worse. So here's that footage, and I'll leave you guys with that. Have a great day, and never stop flying.